Hello guys, welcome to today's session. Today we discuss about a highly available virtual machines. Availability set. What is availability set? How do we deploy virtual machines in availability set? So let's talk about this. After this, we will create virtual machines in availability set and we will deploy them. We will log into Azure portal and then do that. Okay, let's talk about availability set first. An availability set is a logical grouping capability for isolating virtual mission resources from each other when they are deployed. So when you deploy virtual mission in availability set, so Azure makes sure it distributes across multiple fault domain and update domains. So we will talk about fault domain and update domain in the next slide. So what is the advantage deploying virtual machines in availability set? If a hardware or software failure happens, only a subset of your virtual machines are impacted, and you can still access your application using virtual machines in another instance. Okay. And next, remember I told you when we deploy virtual machines using availability set, Azure distributes across multiple fault domains and update domains. What is a fault domain and update domain? So fault domains, it is logical group of virtual machines that share a common power source and network switch. So it's like a rack in on premises. So in the rack, they share a same power source and network switch. When it fails, only that particular rack fails, and you can still access your application or your virtual machine in from the other rack. So that is a fault domain. So what fault domain does, it limit the failures, application specific failures. It doesn't limit the impact of potential physical hardware failures, network outages, or power interruptions. And update domain. What is update domain? When you're deploying a virtual machine in availability set, so you need to pick at least five to you can pick your number 5 to 20. So update domain, it is the same. Update domain, a group of virtual machines and underlying physical hardware that can be rebooted at the same time. If you have if you have five virtual machines, they all Azure makes sure it distributes all those five virtual machines across five update domains. When you're deploying sixth virtual mission, and then it comes to the first update domain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you deploy five virtual machines, it allocates Azure allocates one virtual machine, one update domain, second one in second update domain. When you're if you are deploying sixth one, then it comes back to update domain 1. So what update domain? So update domain being a set of virtual machines and then physical hardware that undergo and the planned maintenance. Okay, so not all update domains go to maintenance at a time, so they go one by one, but it's not a sequential order. It's not they don't go in a sequential order. Let's go to Azure portal. Let's deploy virtual machines in availability set. Let's log into Azure portal. I'm in Azure portal now. let's go to home and type virtual machine in search option. So we don't have anything. Let's create a virtual machine in availability set. We need to pick Azure subscription and need to pick a resource group. If you don't have one, let's create one. You can give any name you want. And then virtual machine name. Let's pick Windows virtual machine. I give this name so you can pick your own name. And then region, Azure recommended regions. You can deploy anywhere you want. Let's pick Windows 2016 center. So when you pick a region and after that you see the availability options, here you have to pick availability set. Now we are deploying a virtual machines in availability set. So availability set, I don't have any availability set. Let me create one availability set. I give name availability set one. So here file domains, you can pick at least two you have to pick. If you want three file domains, you can pick it. I will just leave this default file domains 2 and then update domains 5. We created availability set, name availability set 1. So let's pick the size. It is loading. Here you can sort out using these options. RAM, you can see the price here. So let me just use the first one just to save some money. This is the lowest price one. And now we need to give a username and then password. So public inbound ports. So I pick all selected ports and then RDB remote desktop port. So here already have Windows Server license. I don't have one, so let's just say no. And then disk. Let's pick the lowest one. Networking. I just leave it default. Okay, now let's go to review. It is loading now. Here you can see the price for these virtual missions, and it is hourly price. Here you can see subscription, your resource group, and your virtual mission name, and then where you deploying and availability options you are deploying virtual missions in availability set. And availability set name, availability set one, the name, username. You have to remember this username and then password. Okay, let's create. So here, if you see it in the notifications button, you can see deployment, your deployment is underway. When it is done, you can see it's in the green mark. It is still in progress. Let's go to home and then go to resource group. We created this resource group for this availability set. Then let's see what are available right now. What are the resources available right now? Here we created this availability set. and then it is still in progress. It just takes a little while. Let's just wait for it. Now we are in this resource group. Let's just refresh it. Then here you can see this virtual machine is created. Let's just open it. So here you can see all the options where you created location, then your public IP address, and all this. Okay, so right now it's still creating. So when it is completed, you will see this is deployed. Okay, so this is how you deploy virtual machines in availability set. Okay, if you guys have any questions or anything, just email me if you have any question. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you.